Hey Mom, this video is an update that's longer than the normal quick update, and it's supposed to fill you in on the flood that happened over the last week, and also just say hi. Also, check out my tin roof. Today's the first day of sunshine we've had in about 2 weeks. It's rained for the last 2 weeks straight, and for the last week the flooding was so bad that schools were canceled. So in your last email you used the word typhoon, and that's not actually true. A typhoon would mean that there were storm force winds, and there actually weren't. There haven't been hurricane or storm force winds since I got here. It's just a lot of rain, an ungodly amount of rain, more rain than you could possibly imagine, all the time. And at the point at which it started flooding, it was just, imagine as much rain as you would get during a hurricane, but with no wind whatsoever. So the heavens just opened up. And on Monday, the rains got so heavy that the river started to rise. I actually live right next to the river, but I live on a mountain. So the river sort of runs through a gully, and I'm about 10 to 12 meters above the river. That being said, I think the river rose about 8 to 10 meters, and it was right at our doorstep, which the residents here said has never happened in the 12 years that they've been living here. So if you want proof of global warming, yeah. Anyway, I was perfectly safe. I just sort of stayed put. Other people in my group had to evacuate, but there have been no injuries, no deaths. People have gotten by as they can. One of our staff members only got out with her life. All of her property was destroyed, and that's what a lot of Filipinos are dealing with right now. The material destruction mostly has to do with property. Houses aren't really being destroyed unless they were sort of flimsily constructed. But anyway, to make a long story short, I'm totally fine. We've had a frustrating week of no power and no water on some days, but I've been fine in terms of my health. They're putting me on some antibiotics soon to mitigate the risk of a disease called leptospirosis, which happens after flooding. So there's very low risk of me getting any of the flood-caused sicknesses. And then besides that, it's just been frustrating because there's been no school and we haven't gotten to do very much training or work. But I'm doing great in my language lessons, and I'm staying a happy camper. So I love you guys lots, and I miss you guys lots, and I'll do what I can to stay in touch. With more power in the next week being available, there hasn't been a brownout for a couple of days. So with more power available, and hopefully access to the internet at internet cafes or at the school, I'll be able to be in touch more as the next couple of days go on. But don't take my word for it. Things happen. I love you guys lots. That's tight.